Guys, welcome back. It's been a while since I did a last video, and been a long weekend. Just had a party with my friends to celebrate his 40th birthday, so there was a lot of drinking, there was a lot of eating, there was a pig. But anyways, now I'm trying to get back to it and trying to get back into the groove of making videos every single day, which obviously I've been failing at. But today we're going to do quite a lot of work actually, and if you haven't joined that mailing list, what are you waiting for? You probably should join it because all the changes in search results, it's going to drive you crazy. But to get us started, let's take a look at this. What's wrong with this? I tried to run this code on using expose start and it gave me complaints. That is because we have two platforms. So what I need you to do is just remove one of them and you'll be fine. The next thing I want you to do, I want you to add a new attribute, detail card modal, and this will just have the color of that little sky blue that is my brand color. So that's it for Stellas.js. Now on to the fun part, SearchResults.js. So let's start off by adding a modal here, and then we're going to add some more things from native base, namely grid, column, row, card, and card item. Now the next thing I want you to do is add this modal info visible, and we're going to make it false first. And then I want you to add three functions, not really exactly functions, but remember that video that I had you guys or recommended you guys to watch, the one with the Tinder card flip? This is where that comes from, because we're making cards and we're flipping them like they do on the dating apps like Tinder. This is the code that is needed. So for example, this next card opacity, that means to lighten up the card and make it fade away as we're flipping through the card. But I'm not going to explain this because it's better to have it explained by watching the video that I recommended. So if you haven't done that, then really go ahead and do it. It'll be worth your while. You'll get a lot of value from it, as I did as well, or else I wouldn't have made this app. So next thing I want you to do is this pan responder release. You see that's equal to empty hash right now. So we're going to replace that to this gesture state, and it's a bunch of conditionals, and it really just helps us with the animation in terms of, for example, as we're flipping, we need to cross some threshold in order to flip the card away. If we just make a little swipe up like that, that wouldn't actually do anything. So we actually have to have that gesture of swiping in order to flip the card to see a new card. But again, that's more of what you will find in the video that I will link in our references as well. So here we have this height of 300. I'm going to try to zoom in because people have been saying that the text has been too small. I don't know what you guys are talking about. But the height is 300 here. I want you to change that to null and a border radius of 20. And this has to do with our profile picture. So we'll do that with this thing in the else conditional as well. Next thing I want you to do is add a new function, card modal picture, and we'll explain that as time comes. But right now I just want you to add that function. It will basically be the picture of the profile picture of our user when we go into more details of the user. Next thing after that, add another function, display full name. I don't have to explain this because it's pretty self-explanatory. And then what I want you to do is I want these display location, display goals function. We're just going to change the card item a little bit. We're going to add a text style here and just show it like this, just show the location as is. And in display goals, we just flip this to use the rows that we imported in the beginning. So nothing too fancy. If you go back, actually you could see that we're still using the same text, but now we are adding our labels. So we're just adding the labels here, and we're going to do that for drinker, and smoker as well. So you could see that I'm just changing the labels and relationship status. And the difference here in the lead dances is that we're gonna group them into little bubbles, and we have to use a grid, whereas we didn't have to use a grid here with the display relationship status. This will allow us to group dance after dance after dance, and you will see when we demo the app. So we're going to do that for the lead dances, and we're going to do this for the follow dances as well. So they all have grids, and then I want you to add two functions, the open info modal and the close info modal. So by info modal, I mean that we're going to have some sort of action or some sort of button where we click on it, and then it will open up some more information for us to look at in order to find out more about this user. So we're gonna, oh, and we also added this display message button, which shows the message button based on whether the user is logged in or not. But right now, we're just adding a display message button. We removed the console logs because we don't need them anymore, and now we're going to get rid of these animated views, and we're going to replace them with something. I'm not going to go into detail in explaining them because it's a lot of code. So the else if and the else is pretty much copy and paste work. So the real change here is this rotate and translate, which is part of that Tinder demo or tutorial that I want you guys to watch, and then you'll understand what that is used for. Same with these animated views. This pretty much, the Z index pretty much tells our app that the name and the location, or this arrow up, which will open up more information, this icon, they will be on top of our picture. That is the point of the Z index. And otherwise, we will just show all the information when they open the modal. So when they click this modal, this MD arrow up button, this will open up the modal that we defined here. And it's pretty much the same for the else. And the next thing I want you to do is in your render function, I just want you to get rid of this first view style with a height of 60 here. And then that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to go through for today. Hopefully it wasn't too much, though it was a lot. Please remember, for your own sake, to actually watch that reference video about the Tinder cards, because that will tell you how to flip cards, how to flip a card to the next one to get us to see the next user if this one isn't interesting enough to you. So at any rate, I'm probably not going to, I know that if you don't know, I've been writing articles for all of these tutorials, video tutorials on Medium, so you could go check them out. I'll probably not go through everything we've done here, just because a lot of them is pretty redundant, so watching this video is helpful. Other than that, please rate, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to join our mailing list. And I'll see you guys next time.